Well, good morning. Welcome to Agape. Agape, unconditional love, the love of God operating through the human heart. I've been seeking all my life to understand love. And what I've come to understand is love is the awareness and acceptance of our wholeness. And when we can become aware and accept ourselves as we are, and that we're already whole, then we can accept others and we can accept life. You see, we've been brought into the idea of the illusion that other people make us whole. No, they don't. The question is, can you understand that you're not a human having a spiritual experience? You are spirit having a human experience. Now, when you can understand that, then you realize that there's something deep within you that's whole and perfect. So the experience of the divine is happening all the time, but your external focus takes you away from your internal truth. So at Agape, we teach a practical spirituality that honors all paths to greater awakening. And what we do is we teach meditation, we teach the power of acceptance, we teach science of mind, the theories and practical aspects of religious science that Ernest Holmes taught. We honor all paths, and it's practical. Theoretical stuff does us no good. Does us no good at all. If it's not practical, how do we change our lives? That's what it's all about. How can I change my life to be more self-loving so I can love others more and be an example to everyone I meet? That's what we're about here at Agape. So before we get going, let's take a moment and go be still. So I invite you, get into a comfortable seated upright position. Your back is straight. Hands gently resting on your lap. Close your eyes gently and begin to bring your focus to your breath. Consciously take a deep breath in, and now gently exhale it through your mouth. Take another breath in, and as you release the breath, feel yourself go deeper and deeper into relaxation. Again, take a deep breath in, and as you release, let go of any stress, any tension. Now I want you to imagine, sense, and feel a warm golden light surrounding you. This golden light is love, infinite love, a love that you're immersed in. Allow that love to penetrate and move through your skin, into your tendons, your ligaments, your muscles, your capillaries, your veins, your arteries, your bones, your tissues, your organs, the space between, so that every one of the 50 plus trillion cells is bathed in love. Notice as you continue with this image within your mind, the feeling of a deep, deep, deep sense of peace and relaxation washes over you. Now in this state, ask yourself, what is it inside of me that is calling to be revealed? What inner wisdom is available to me right now that will guide me and direct me to be a higher and greater expression of love? Just sit for a moment and listen. It can be very simple. In fact, it will be. When that intuitive hit comes, don't try to rationalize it. That's the ego. That's the logical mind. We're talking about tapping into source. source energy, spiritual energy that needs no rationalization. Rationalization just keeps you stuck in what you already know, so your life doesn't change. Until we can go beyond what we know, we stand no chance of advancing in our level of awareness. So with whatever hit you got, start to bring your awareness back to this time and this place. And know that you can do this anytime you want by simply taking a few deep breaths, closing your eyes, knowing that there's a divine power and presence in you, and then asking the question. Be still and listen. And when you're done, just give a sense of gratitude that you had the opportunity to sit still, to ask. And whatever you receive, let it open your heart and let you become the loving presence of life in the world. So gently, bring yourself back to this time and place. And when you're ready, begin to stretch, move just a little bit, just a little bit. And now open your eyes, put a smile on your face, and welcome back. Today, I want to talk about becoming your own guide, becoming your own lighthouse, navigating life with inner wisdom. So much of the time, we're spent looking for that teacher, looking for that guru, looking for that mentor. Someone will tell us what to do. Well, you know what? It doesn't work because they don't know you. They don't know your soul's desire. They know nothing about you. So what if you stopped looking for external validation and trusted your inner wisdom? You know there have been times in your life when you've asked questions and something came to you and you listened. You don't know where it came from, but you listened and life moved on. That's what I'm talking about. Trusting the inner wisdom within you, because as an expression of the infinite, all of the internal, the infinite wisdom, it's there. You've just got to ask and be able to receive. You see, but we're looking on the outside, and that's a trap. So let's look at this trap of looking on the outside. And it begins because society, where we live, the people around us, all of that, it encourages individuals to adhere to trends, seek validation, and conform to societal expectations. If you're a member of the Catholic Church, you have to conform. If you're a member of the Democrat or Republican Party, you're expected to conform. If you're a part of a corporation, you're expected to conform. If you're in a marriage, you're asked to conform to the traditional things of the marriages. If you're in a social group, you're asked to conform. So what you're doing is, it's all external. It's all from the outside. And as a result of this, many individuals tend to adopt beliefs that are not their own, rather than pursuing their personal truths. If you were to sit down and really take a look at your life and examine your beliefs, you will find that very few of them were consciously chosen. Almost all of them were implanted within your mind when you were a very, very young child and you blindly accepted them. And that life, because you accepted them, life has continued reinforcing your beliefs over and over and over again. And what you've actually done is your scope of life has become smaller and smaller and smaller. In fact, you put yourself in a box. A box, when in retrospect, you could be looking at infinite wisdom where there is no box. So what are the consequences of looking outside? Well, one of the consequences is you're depending on others for guidance. And that can leave you feeling adrift, a vessel being tossed about in turbulent seas. Why? Because you don't know what's coming at you. You're relying on others who do not have your best interest at heart. The only person who has your best interest at heart is you. But if you don't take the rudder of the ship, if you're leaving that rudder to someone else, you don't know where the heck you're going to go. The consequence, as a result of fear, uncertainty, and indecision, They can take hold because you're relying on someone else. And what happens is you lack grounding in the knowledge, your own knowledge, and your own deep internal insights. So you're actually choosing, when you're looking to the outside for your validation and your wisdom, you're actually choosing to be a victim. A victim with no direction, at least not your own, maybe the direction of another. So let's look at it differently. Wisdom is already within you. Much like a lighthouse shines without needing approval, your inner wisdom is always available. The light that shines out from within you is divine wisdom that knows you. You should never, ever, ever be seeking the approval of others. Because when you seek the approval of others, you're saying that you're not enough. You have all the wisdom available to you if you learn to cultivate and listen to that intuitive nature. According to Michael Singer, the truth resides within you. It merely requires clearing away the obstacles that hinder it. What are those obstacles? Oh, the ability, I have to please my parent, or that happened to me, therefore that defines me. Nothing that happened to you defines you. It's something that happened, but you have a perspective about it, and that perspective is keeping you locked into it, either avoiding it in the future or seeking more of it, and it's absolutely controlling you. The truth you seek is right there where you are, but you have to let go of all the roadblocks, all the obstacles preventing it from coming to and through you. So how do you recognize inner wisdom? My idea is it's serene and quiet, and that's in contrast to the disruptive nature of fear. Ever watch television? What do you see on television? Almost always drug commercials talking about you need to fear getting this illness. You need to fear this. You need to fear this. Everything is being sold on fear because that's what motivates us. But you see, true inner wisdom is not going to be based in fear. It's going to be based in love. And what is love? Love is serene and love is quiet. Inner wisdom, it offers a sense of openness rather than limitation. Inner wisdom is always about expansion and not contraction. When wisdom or information comes to you that's contractive in nature, it's not infinite wisdom, because infinite wisdom is always about growing and becoming more. Inner wisdom also resonates with your innermost understanding. And that happens even when it's pushing you out of your comfort zone. Why do you feel pushed out of your comfort zone? Because you haven't accepted what is. You feel that you've got to live within the boundaries of what you've been told. Modern medicine today has a great benefit when it's something acute. But when it's not acute, for you to step outside and realize that maybe that pill is not what you need. Maybe that upset stomach, instead of taking Pepto-Bismol, maybe that upset stomach is telling you you're eating the wrong food. Whether it be the wrong choice of food, whether it be the way the food was cooked, whether it be you ate too much of the food. But taking the pill masks the inner wisdom. Your body has inner wisdom. Your emotions have inner wisdom. Your mind has inner wisdom, and it's always there. And because you're coming out of your comfort zone, that should not be a problem. Because your comfort zone is a limiting thing. The spirit in you does not have a comfort zone. It doesn't fear anything. Something I'm going to tell you, no matter how aware you are, no matter how much work you've done, rest assured, storms will come. Challenges, uncertainty, and setbacks are inevitable. We live in a world of contrast. We were put into the world with billions and zillions of things happening. And they're not going to be happening the way your desires want them to be. So you're going to look at it. It's going to be challenging. There's going to be uncertainty. And there's going to be setbacks. Accept that as such. But here's the key. When you look at yourself as a lighthouse doesn't fight the storm. It simply continues to shine. It continues to look through the illusion of the storm, and wherever it shines, it paves the way. Where is your light paving the way? If you have a clear idea of who you are and what you value most, that light will show you. It will guide you. It will be unmistakable. But so often the light shines the way and we don't listen to it. And we go in a different direction because we think we're scared. We don't want to have a setback. The greatest setbacks in my life have been the greatest lessons. I can tell you this. In the year 2000, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. It was benign, but it was a brain tumor. I was advised I would need surgery. I said, can I have a year? The doctor reluctantly said, go ahead, take a year. I changed. I changed my eating program. I became a vegan. I started meditating twice a day. I did visualization of Pac-Man going into my brain and eating away at the tumor. That was about the size of a pea, not a big tumor. But guess what? I stepped out on my own by my internal guidance, and a year later, the tumor was no longer there. It was gone. Was I uncomfortable? You bet I was uncomfortable. But something inside me knew, and I listened. No one knows what's right for you but you. So how do you stay anchored in your internal wisdom? First, embrace silence and reflection. Dedicate time each day to quietude, to being still, in order to tap into those inner insights. Whether you realize it or not, you've got questions going on all the time in your mind. And if you sit, become still, it's amazing what will come to you. But if you're always in the noisiness and chaos of the world, you won't hear that inner wisdom. Another way to stay anchored in your inner wisdom is reduce external distractions. Limit the impact of media and outside factors that can cloud your judgment. We're being bombarded more than ever. I can't remember a time when I've been this bombarded. My life used to be very simple. If I wanted the news, I'd have to tune into the television at a specific time where I would get a very limited newscast because information from around the world didn't travel as fast. And then if I wanted to read the paper, I had to wait till the next day and the news was limited. Today, you're getting bombarded with things happening in a zillion different places and a zillion different times, and everyone who's putting stuff out there has an agenda. It's a distraction. Almost everything in the news has no bearing on you and gives you there's no reason for you to even know it. No reason at all. There should be no reason at all why someone died in a car crash in another state that's not related to you. Why should that affect you? You may say, well, that's cruel. No, but it's a car crash in another state. It's not part of your life. You could do nothing about it. If you can't do something about something, it's not of value. Another way to stay anchored is to enhance your self-confidence through small decisions. By cultivating trust in your ability to make minor choices, you can gradually apply that confidence to more significant decisions. And this is the natural path of life, isn't it? You start off with, you have a child and it's a baby. Oh my God, how am I going to deal with this? You deal with that. They grow up to 2. Oh my God, how am I going to deal with this? You only give them as much as you can handle. So you've got to start trusting at the small level to build up trust for the big level. Let me say this. It takes courage to be a lighthouse, because to be a lighthouse, you've got to shine alone. And in order to do that, you have to embrace your individual journey, even if others don't comprehend it. Let me tell you, I'm on a unique journey, and most people that have known me in the past do not understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm told that I should be retired, going to the golf course, doing what retired men do at my age. And yet I've got a whole new career. I'm just beginning, and I'm continuing this career as a spiritual teacher. I have no intention of retiring because it's not how I choose to shine my light. Courage means also progressing, moving forward in spite of fear, not the absence of it. If people tell you they don't fear, they're lying. I can tell you I have fears. Most definitely I have fears. But I look at them and I step through them. I'm moving forward no matter what. Because what is fear? It's simply a emotion that you have because of the unknown. Now, if there's a lion in front of me growling, that's a different type of fear. But we don't have those fears of life and death right in the moment. They're emotionally driven, psychological fears that really don't exist. It's also that it takes courage to shine because not everyone recognizes your worth. You've got to understand that no one will recognize your worth. Only you can. I don't know what you think of me, but it's not important to me. What's important to me is, am I living my life? Am I growing? Am I expanding? Am I giving my gift in the best way I can? Am I doing my best in every moment? I think I am, and I know I can be more. It takes courage to shine alone because genuine freedom arises when we stop looking for the approval of others and we become ourselves no matter what anyone says. Can you imagine how free you would be if you got to be truly you? And maybe before you become truly you, you have to discover who you are. And that may take some experimentation, but you'll find it. You'll know because you'll feel it inside. So how do you commit to your inner wisdom? First, dedicate yourself to self-honesty. Cease the pretense and begin to truly listen. Stop pretending. Stop pretending to be something you're not. Know who you are, be self-honest about that, and listen to your inner wisdom. Secondly, prioritize daily alignment. Which practices assist you in reconnecting with yourself? Ask that question. Consider meditation, journaling, embracing silence, Zen Buddhism, practicing accepting what is. I love that one. Accepting what is, and allowing it to move through you without holding on to it and moving on to the next thing. Being still in meditation, journaling, gratitude practices, but it's daily. And then embrace and trust in the journey. As you progress, the path reveals itself. Have faith in your next move. Know that your inner wisdom is your lighthouse. And you can trust that when you ask, your inner wisdom will shine a light so bright that your path will be revealed. And that path will be clear. It will be who you are, where you want to go, and it will give you a life where that when you move on to that next level, and we all will, you'll say, man, that was one fulfilling journey. And there's nothing better than that sense of fulfillment. Remember this, the world does not need more followers. It needs a lighthouse. And that lighthouse is you. With every decision, ask yourself this question. Am I following external noise or am I trusting my light? It takes great courage to trust your light because that external noise is being tuned up louder and louder and louder. You've got to be able to turn the volume down because no one else will. I'll tell you this. You might as well be the light. simply because it's who you are. I don't know if you got that or not, but the sun is always shining. But on this day, there may be clouds. But guess what? The sun is still shining. You just don't see it. And the illusion that your mind has created has caused you not to see that inner wisdom. Let your lighthouse, the light from your lighthouse, shine through the clouds so that you can see your truth and live your most magnificent light. Because it's who you are. And that's perfect. I'm grateful you joined me today. If you'd like to plug in with Agape, go to agapespiritualcenter.com, and there you'll see my newsletter. Sign up for my newsletter and you'll get that, a weekly letter that tells you what's going on at Agape. You'll also sign up and you'll get my daily thoughts. And you can go to the calendar and see all the type of events that you might be able to plug into. Most events are virtual, some are in person, and everyone's welcome. Also, if this message is meaningful, please support us. Make a donation on the giving tab on our website so that we can continue to bring this message to greater and greater and greater numbers of people. I will share with you that starting the beginning, I think it is, of April or the end of March, I'll be starting a couple classes, but one of them is I'm going to take the self-study course by Ernest Holmes. I'm going to start a 6-week class. Then I'm going to follow with another 6-week class of going deeper into metaphysics, deeper into the science of mind. I think it's something you would really appreciate. It's there for you, and it will be virtual. With that, everyone, it is a great day to be alive, and it's a great day to shine your light and to follow it and leave all the other nonsense behind, because the inner light that you are knows exactly where you want to go. Until next time.